My name's Danny Kuperberg. You know the song. D flat 6, D minor 7, E flat 7, and D7, F, D7. And eventually at the end of the song, rising chords, E flat 7, E minor 7, flat 2, and resolves to 1. It can only be changes by David Bowie. I'm going to give a little background to the song. I'm going to go into the song in more depth. By all means, if you like this kind of freewheeling content, interested in learning how to play it on the piano, please do, you know what I'm going to say now, press subscribe. I want to grow the channel, and if it's your kind of thing, then carry on, because I'm going to be going through in some depth how the song works. Here's the verse. And what's going on there is chord 1, C, up to E minor 7. And then just chord 4. And rolls G down to F. And then C. F. G6. Unusual. And then kind of E flat 7. You hear that jazzy influence, Rick Wakeman. Back to that G6. G6. Did I say G6? C. And now for the chorus. G7. Unusual. Going to F, because the chorus only really begins here, turn and face. But the build-up's great. G7, chord 5, 4, 1. Descending. F. Secondary dominant, D7. Back to that, build to the chorus. Where's your shame you left us up to our necks in it? And then, interesting section here. It kind of goes 1, 5, 1, 5, flat 7, 4. 1, 5, 4, 1. Little gospel thing. Back to the kind of this sort of middle 8 section. 1, 5, flat 7, 4. 1, 5, 4, 1. And the outro is, again, starting from chord 1, not major 7, like it started. Those rising chords. But the outro, chord 1, C, just a C, try it. D minor 7. E minor 7, climbing up the 1, 2, 3s. Quite jazzy. And then E flat 7, flat 3. 2, flat 2. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about who came up with these chords. Because apparently Bowie played it to Rick Wakeman, who's a, sort of classically trained virtuoso pianist. And he played it on acoustic guitar, but I'm sure that Rick Wakeman came up with some of these jazzy chords. These kind of, because they just don't appear in the rest of Bowie's work. And Hunky Dory, the album from whence this came, which is down there, is, a very much a piano-led album. And, I think he helped a lot. Apparently Bowie asked Rick Wakeman to join the band, to join his band. This is pre-Ziggy. And Rick said, well, I'm going to be a member of Yes. So that has changed the course of rock history. Can you imagine further Hunky Dory albums with these kind of chords? Which brings me on to the intro. C major 7, so it's not the C that starts the verses. C major 7. Climbing up to D flat 6. Unusual. Again, I think it's Rick's influence. D minor 7, E flat 7. And then we've got this kind of, which is kind of boogie. D7. So that's unusual in itself because you've got chord 4, F. And then you've got D7. And then you're into the still don't know what I was waiting for, the verse. It's a hot day in London, 32 degrees, and I'm stuck up here in my studio. I can't really have the fan on because that will affect the vocal, and make the sound rather, the voiceover. And I just started playing Changes. And I realised what a wonderful song it is and how much the song means to me. You know, some of the background, I mentioned Haddon Hall, this kind of hippie commune. This was the album he did prior to Ziggy. And for me, it's Bowie's most melodic, beautiful album. Just, I think, I would have loved to have known what happened if Rick Wakeman had stayed on. Apparently he just got a session player's fee for it. That album's been played so much, heaven knows. He deserved more, but such was the nature of the music industry and the way it is now. Don't get me started. So, you know, it's a slightly new format. If you like this freewheeling, talking about the chords, a little bit of the background, then please do subscribe. Another thing I want to mention is I, during the COVID years, ran a request show. So, asking listeners, it was actually on Facebook Live, and we used to have 3,000 or 4,000 during COVID where people would request songs. So I'm asking you, the viewer, what song means a lot to you and why? Why does it, you know, what's the background? Why is it emotionally so resonant with you? Please write in the comments, and I will cover it. I'm thinking of starting up a Patreon, and I want to hear what songs you'd like me to play. And it means a lot to me because performing online in those COVID years actually was fun. All us musicians, we want any opportunity to perform and connect. So it will be lovely. Please do subscribe if you like this kind of content. And I'll play a bit more Bowie, a bit more Changes. I'm doing a very mellow version of it here. Very jazzy lead line. E flat 7. Descending. Let's just listen to those chords. And that's Changes by David Bowie. I'm Danny Kuperberg, and I hope you got something out of my playthrough.